Joined now by our final female high school athlete of the week for the fall season. It is Dalaina Schutte of Halstead volleyball. She helped the Dragons to their first ever state title in volleyball this last week, and she was a great piece of the team. Her mom is the coach, and it was a really fun season for the Dragons as they went 43-2 and won the state title this weekend. Dalaina, talk about just that win and what the season meant to you guys overall.
We lost two big seniors last year, and so winning the state championship it wasn't really in our mindset, in all honesty. We knew we had to work hard, and we had a hard summer just working really hard. And so winning the state championship, it meant a lot with how hard we came from last year to this year.
Yeah. And what was the preparation like coming into this year? I mean, you talked about, a little bit, you guys didn't really have a state championship on the minds. What was the kind of goal entering the season? And, when at this point in the season did you kind of realize, okay, we might be that good?
We had to play really hard. We knew we had to do that. And out of 12 of our varsity girls, 8 of us play club. So we all work year-round and have been working for multiple years. And so it kind of hit a little bit after we won the league tournament at the beginning of the season, like we're kind of good. We have potential here.
Yeah. And for you guys as a team, what does it mean for you guys to be the first state champion volleyball team in Halstead history? What does that mean for you guys?
It means a lot to especially my grade and the grade above us. Even though they still graduated, we lost 3 sub-state championships, and so losing 3 of those in a row and finally making it to state, that was the ultimate goal. It wasn't really winning state, it was just making it to state, and so winning state was really rewarding.
Yeah, and you mentioned those 3 sub-state losses in a row. Did you have a bad taste in your mouth coming into the season? Did you guys use that for motivation at all?
It was definitely motivation. Still, we just didn't know how this season was going to go, and we knew we had potential and we were good, but we weren't expecting this much.
Yeah, and what was the just kind of take me through the mindset for you guys, having that, feeling in the back of your head that, we've been here before and we've lost these, how do you guys bounce back from that? How do you guys respond to that adversity?
We're really resilient. That was our word for the year. We just have to be resilient. So working hard, and even volleyball is such a team sport, and you have 6 players. Even though one player was playing bad, the other 5 would just always step up. So every time we were just, even having that bad taste in our mouth, we were always ready to step forward.
What was kind of your role on the team? What did you provide to the team as maybe a leader on the team, as one of the seniors, being a coach's daughter? What did that mean for you to kind of have a different kind of role in the team?
For volleyball especially, the coaches don't do much during the games. The coaches do a lot during practice. So being on the court and kind of being the quarterback of the team, like being able to tell people where to go and what places are going to be open, that was really my role, and it was a fun role to have.
And you've recently committed to Bethel to play college volleyball there. What was the decision like to attend Bethel, and what kind of went into that process for you?
Both my parents went to Bethel, so that was a little bit of the factor, and it's close to home, and I love Halstead, so I wouldn't want to go very far away. But Bethel has such a fun atmosphere that Halstead has, and we're always cheering on each other, and we're all best friends, and I really felt that at Bethel, so that helped me out.
Can you build on that fun atmosphere? What do you mean by that? What's kind of the vibe you get from being either here at Halstead or at Bethel? What's that fun atmosphere like that you were mentioning?
Well, so for Halstead, we have the community around us. We had people travel with us to all of our games, even though they had no connection to the team. And then just us as a team in whole, we never were hanging our heads. We were just smiling the entire game. And watching Bethel play, they're smiling the whole game. And when I went on my visit, they were all treating me like I was their best friend. So that was a decision.
Yeah. With your mom being your coach, what has that relationship been like? What's the dinner table like after a practice, a good practice or a bad practice? What's that been like having your mom as the coach?
My mom actually is 2 complete separate people. I have a mom and a coach, and we'll all have a rough practice. We all kind of played rough. We were all kind of nitpicky, and then I go home, and she's just a completely different person. We do not talk about volleyball at home, which I know some people would think we do. We do not talk about volleyball at home, and yeah, that's our relationship.
Yeah. Can you talk about the team a little bit? I mean, some of your teammates, what was kind of the team mentality? You talked about your one word for the season. What is the team like this year? You talked about you guys are really fun to be around, but talk a little about your teammates and what they bring to the table.
So I have my 2 outsides, Catherine Engel and Bailey Bernal, and Bailey played middle for us last year. Didn't have many attempts at the ball as she probably would like to, and she had a huge club season. Like going from not making any teams at all, like she wasn't all league last year, to this year being first team all state. And then Catherine's just one of those players who's just so gritty, and she'll just go out and win a game. And then our little sophomores, they're just babies, but they're so fun to be around. Yeah,
and for you, you seem very passionate about Halstead and, this season and everything. What do you feel like you're going to miss the most next year? I know you're going to still be playing volleyball and, right down the road, but what are you going to miss the most about playing volleyball here at Halstead?
I think the one thing I'll miss the most is, especially since we are a small town, I've been going to camps with these girls forever and been playing with these girls in rec and and basketball and track, we've been doing everything together. So having those little connections for such a long time, that I'll miss that a lot.
Yeah. And you're a multi-sport athlete, like you said. You play basketball as well as track. What kind of got you into volleyball, and when did you know that volleyball might be something you want to do later down the line after high school?
Volleyball is always one of those sports that me and my sister, we could just go outside and pass the volleyball back and forth. And basketball, I'm not going to lie, I got really annoying rebounding the ball all the time. And I love basketball still, but volleyball just always clicked for me, and I always just felt one step ahead of everyone else.
Mm-hmm. What do you enjoy the most about volleyball? What's kind of the passion for you when you're playing out there?
Give me a second for this one. Can you ask that one more time?
Yeah, no. What do you enjoy the most about playing volleyball? What's what makes you so passionate about it?
One thing for volleyball I love the most is after every single point, after every single ball, there has to be a point. Mm-hmm. So especially as an outside hitter or a middle hitter, once you have that kill and turn around and the whole team's cheering at you, just every time someone's always cheering for you, even if you didn't really do anything that big.
Yeah. And every good team, even some of the bad teams, they have a great support system. Who do you look for support, whether it be teammates, coaches, family members, etc.?
It's really, I would say my mom and my dad. They're at every single game. My dad's the one traveling me around the whole country all year long. I would say really my parents, but even my teammates' parents, they're the ones coming to me after every game, giving me hugs, telling me good job. We have really good parents.
Yeah. What really motivates you, every day to get out of bed in the morning and get out there? If you have a bad day at school, what really gets you out to the court and, gives you that great mood that you want to be in a practice condition? What motivates you?
It has to be the team. The team's what motivates me. They're really my best friends. I'm so sad to see volleyball go. I'm so happy we won the state championship, but I'll never play with these girls again. And then even basketball, I'll play with 5 of the girls maybe, but that's what gets me. Sports is really what gets me to school every day.
Yeah. And for you, 10 years down the road, even a year down the road, what are you going to look back at for this season, and what are you going to remember the most about this year?
I think it's a great support system we've had with the whole community. I mean, we've had huge student sections at every single one of our games, and they've traveled hours to watch us play, and then same with all the community members. I'll really miss looking back at that, but a lot of them tell me they'll come to some of my college games, so hopefully they do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, looking back, I know you're a senior now and, starting to cross some things off the bucket list as a senior. What is one of your favorite memories at Halstead that doesn't include the state championship? When you look back on your, years here at Halstead, what's been one that stands out to you the most?
One that stood out to me the most was at a basketball game last year. At Heston, it was a tight game, and I got a technical. The ref thought I was talking to him, and I was not talking to the ref. I was talking to my sister, and he gave me a technical, and the entire other crowd gave me a standing ovation. They were so pumped that I got that technical, but we still won the game. That's one of my memories.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah. For you, other than getting technical fouls that you don't deserve, what's kind of a hidden talent that you have, or a hobby that is a little bit niche? So what is interesting about you outside of the court?
I'm actually really into musical theater.
Okay.
Next year I'm going to go to Bethel for volleyball and choir. I want to be a music teacher, but right now we're in our musical, and I'm our main character right now.
Okay, what's the musical? What's the role?
We're doing Music Man, and I'm Marion the librarian.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to act like I've heard of that,
yeah,
but yeah. Well, congrats on the state championship. It was a great season for you guys, and appreciate your time. Congrats, you're our high school athlete of the week for this week.
Thank you so much.